Game time temperature here tonight, which is brought to you by Holler Sheet Metal. Last night we were at 77 over in Gibsonburg, and tonight here in Fremont, Ohio, it is 79 degrees. So we are set for kickoff. And glad you're along tonight. Big matchup. Ross 3-1. St. John's at 2-1. Short kick. Clark will take it 30, 35, 40. And he's up to the 42-yard line. And that's where Ross will take over on offense. Actually, that was Szymanowski, who picked that ball up and took it to the 42. Ross in their purple pants, gray jerseys, white helmets. St. John's in that classic all-white, blue numerals, and gold helmets. St. John's, the Titans. Ross, of course, the Little Giants. Great field position here to start from the 42-yard line. Quarterback Caden Holmes, a sophomore. He has thrown for 646 yards on 60 of 103 for 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. Caden has also thrown it run the ball 271 yards on 54 carries and 5 touchdowns. They look over to Eddie Baptista here, try to get the sign. Still 10 seconds to get this play off. And we are set to go. Szymanowski, the lone back. Cade will keep it himself on first down. Has some running room outside. 45, 50. Into Titan territory. Flag comes in late. And he's up to about the 44-yard line. Hold, John?
Yeah, hold on the receiver there, and I think he just tried to get locked in. It's still going to be a somewhat of a gain. We'll get to play first down over again, but just it's tough. Logs would tell you when you're out in space like that and you're trying to, keep your guy walled off, and the quarterback or the running back makes a move that you're not expecting. It's easy to grab on sometimes.
We will tell you this. There are some gremlins here at Don Paul Stadium tonight. We've had some equipment issues. The national anthem stopped about 7 times during the playing. Something's going on here at Don Paul Stadium. Ends up being a gain of 7, we'll call it, for Caden Holmes. Going to be first down still, and 3 because of the holding call. First penalty on Ross negates what would have been a 14-yard run there by Caden. They'll go to Jonathan Szymanowski, and he'll bang his way up to the 50-yard line. About a gain of 1 there for Jonathan. Going to bring up second down and 2. I keep forgetting that play actually counted, even though we ended up with positive yards. How important is it, John, to keep their offense off the field and for us to run the football?
Yeah, I think, we want to control time. Brady obviously is going, to Cincinnati. He's a special quarterback, and the more we can control the ball, and especially control the ball and get points, I think this drive send a message like we talked about in pregame. It was 30-0 before, we even got through our pregame talk. So you want to do something good early.
2nd and 2. Caden throws to the flat. It's caught, and it's going to be a first down up to the 42-yard line. I think that's Anthony Van over there for the catch, and it is first down, Ross.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there, easy. They didn't try to do anything real fancy there, just a little quick out, and then Caden hit him in stride. And, again, if Boogie breaks a tackle there, he's off.
Here is Holmes, right side. He shakes the tackler, gets out of bounds at the 35. Gain of 6 for the sophomore quarterback. I go back to last year's final game here at the stadium against Clay, and they came out in the 5 wide, and Caden ran the ball really for the first time effectively. Here's a toss play to the near side to Szymanowski. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. But anyway, in that game, we all thought, there's something to this. 5 wide.
Sure.
Let Caden run the ball, and really, we always have a back end normally, so we're at 4 wide.
Yep.
But a lot of what we saw in that game is kind of what they're doing now. So.
Yeah, and they're playing with great speed, and St. John's going to have to take a timeout here because they're just not set. And, again, Coach Baptista has done a really nice job of putting our guys in situations where they can play to their strengths, and I think you're seeing a lot of that with what you just talked about. Caden in 4 wide, 5 wide is really good at making quick reads and also tucking it and going.
Let's go down to the sideline. Scott Logan at St. John's has to use a quick timeout here tonight. Scott, any difference on that sideline from a Friday night to a Saturday night? Is there a good buzz? What's your feeling on the sideline for Ross?
Well, there's a good buzz, that's for sure. I don't think these kids care less what day it is, to be honest with you. But they're uppity up, and they had to call a timeout that time. They had too many players on the field, so St. John's had to burn one. And I'm sure anytime you burn a defensive timeout this early in the game because of people, too many bodies. But hopefully we got I think we're going to have at least 2 downs here to try to pick up this first down on 3rd and 6.
All right, thank you, Scott. Larry McDaniel probably not very happy, the head coach of St. John's, with that timeout. Ross is at the 37-yard line of St. John's. They need to get to the 31 for a first down here. Opening drive, 90 seconds into the ball game. Don Paul Stadium. Holmes throws to the flat. That was deflected by the defensive end on the near side, or he would have had a wide open player on the flat. A.J. Schuler came up and knocked that ball down, makes it 4th down. So we'll see if Scott's correct and if they'll go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, I think you go. I think you want to get points here, and you called it exactly correct. If Schuler doesn't knock that down, Carson Clark's got a lot of green space there. They're trying to bring pressure, and unfortunately got a hand on the ball. You feel like this is big this early?
I do. I think that holding call was big too.
Yes.
Indicated a big run. Here's Holmes on 4th and 7. They're going to throw left side, looking for Spencer. No flag out there, and it's incomplete, and that'll turn it over on downs to St. John's, trying to hit Spencer Price on a fly pattern there, and it's Spencer, first of all, was covered very well, and that ball was about 3 or 4 yards over his head. So.
Yeah, he's got one-on-one down there, and you want to give an athlete like him a chance to go make a play, and Caden just threw it a little too far. And again, they're bringing a lot of pressure, trying to get into him. So this is what if you're Fremont here, I think we've had a weakness defensively as we've struggled defending the pass, and they're going to spread us out, and you're facing as good a quarterback as you've got probably in our area, and we'll see what we can do.
Brady Lichtenberg, he is the quarterback, and he is good, everybody. 73 of 122, 865 passing yards, 9 touchdowns. This is Toth, the running back. He has all kinds of running room over the 45, 40, and all the way down to the 39-yard line. Big game for Carson Toth on 1st and 10, and they have a new set of downs from 137 to the other 38.
Well, he's a big boy. He looks. They list him at 6 foot 200, but he is or 5'10", 200. But he looks like the old traditional fullback there, and he got in the open field and had some speed. And when you get spread out like this, it's tough. You got to defend the whole field.
4 wide for Lichtenberg. They go back to Toth. He finds some room right up the middle. He'll be brought down from behind after a gain of 8. But it took a tackle from behind by Fremont Ross, and that will actually be a gain enough for the first down. So I was off a little bit there, and it is enough for a first down.
Yeah, it was a really nice cut. Marcus Peters there hustling from behind the play, and actually they didn't. I don't think they're giving him the first down. They're trying to bring the chains back here and saying the second, like you called it correctly originally.
I did. Okay, well.
A couple of my old teammates down there, and they don't see as well. Rick Egbert, Mike Renchu, they both they graduated with me, so they're getting old. And
I just thought it was my eyes that I was that far off, but actually it's going to be 2nd down and 1.
No, you and I are all over it. Mike and Rob, or Mike and Rick are a little confused.
They're wrong.
Yep.
Okay. 9:40 to play. First drive for St. John's. Ross had to give it over on downs. Ball at the 29. Back to Carson Toth. He'll be hit right after he gets over the first down marker. Marcus Peters there again for another tackle, but it's enough for a first down by Carson Toth. That'll be the 2nd first down of the ball game for St. John's.
And we gave a lot of pregame hype to Lichtenberg, and rightfully so, and all the skill guys they have. The receivers, very, very talented, and obviously without Zyros, but they're coming out and just showing, hey, we can run the football too. And this is nothing fancy, just coming right after Fremont and, getting big swaths of yards.
Here's Toth again, and he can't get out of the tackle in the backfield, so he gets back to the line of scrimmage just because he's so darn big and falls forward. But great job by the Ross defense there. And making the tackle that time for Fremont Ross was Shook.
Yep. And we those defensive ends for Fremont, they're a little undersized. Boy, they play hard. Peters, they've moved Green inside tonight. You'll see him a little bit more at tackle. So now you're probably going to get an opportunity to see him throw the football here and see what we can get.
Lichtenberg, first time tonight, have one-on-one in the flat. They throw it to the crossing man, 20, 15, and down to the 10-yard line. Braden DeGroff on the catch and run for Boy, all the way down to the 9. That's a gain of 17 yards.
Yeah, they got a little pick outside there on Spencer, and he just, they were manned up there, and he kind of got caught in that traffic. And nothing illegal, just a well-designed play where there's some bodies going around. And, Lichtenberg most of the time is going to make the right read, and there he did, found a wide-open receiver, and a good play by St. John's.
St. John's in the Fremont floor covering red zone, 8:35 to play. It's going to be a quarterback keeper for Lichtenberg, and he dives back towards the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Second and goal again from about the 9-yard line.
And, both quarterbacks, I think you'll see this, and we've watched Caden a lot more than Brady, but they both have the smarts that they're not going to try to put their head down and run somebody over most of the time. They're too valuable to be out there playing hero, and so he saw there was nothing there and got on the ground.
Jaden McKinstry one-on-one on the top. 3 wide to the near side. Lichtenberg on the slant. It was knocked down by the Ross defensive line, and it's going to be incomplete. I didn't see who got his hand on it. Maybe Scott did on the sideline, but one of the defensive linemen, Scott, did you see which one got their hand on that?
Yeah, number 76.
76, London Johnson. Thank you, sir. And that was a nice deflection because they had the slant there, and they had about a yard on the defensive back.
Yeah, I think it's a touchdown if we don't knock it down. London with a real big play there. Now 3rd down. We'll see what our Little Giants can draw up there. I know they had talked about rolling colors to Zyros.
Here we go. 3rd and goal on the 9. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Intended in the near side. And it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down and goal. And it looked like, was that 27 maybe?
I thought it was Boogie, but I'm not positive.
No, I'm talking for them.
For them? I'm sorry.
Yes,
yeah, it was 27.
And that's Dalen Glaze. And we're seeing wide receivers that haven't shown up because they have so many people out, including one of the best receivers in the conference, Thomas Zyros. Here's a 26-yard field goal. Long enough. And it's good. 7:55 to play. Ross defense bends but don't break. They give up 3, better than 7. 3-0 St. John's. Back after this. It's high school football on Eagle 99.
I'm Mike Green, president of the Fremont Ross Athletic Booster Club. Pick up your 2021 booster cards for only $10 this year. We have 46 local merchants on the card, plus you receive a Little Giant t-shirt at Phase 1. Cards are available at Denny's, Stanley GMC Cadillac, Fremont Ross High School. The Booster Club is once again a proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game. Join us on Facebook at Fremont Ross Athletic Boosters for monthly meeting updates and events. Go Little Giants.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
So Ethan Fulkerson kicks in a 26-yard field goal, and then he kicks the ball out of bounds on the ensuing kickoff. So Ross is going to have great field position here, John, after they mark that off.
It's an interesting thing that you kick it out of bounds. I think last time we started 40-42. Unless you have the kid from Norwalk who's making 57-yard field goals, yeah, he's something else. So often I'm not so sure kicking out of bounds isn't a better play. They get it to 35. The track kicking this year isn't what it was last year, I don't think, overall. And you see a lot of squib kicks. You don't let those athletes get out in space. And coaches making some smart decisions to try to give their defense a chance.
3-0. Ross will have the ball. Caden Holmes keeps it right side. He'll end up with a couple-yard gain. Obviously, the ball was at the 35 after the penalty on the kickoff going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 3 for Holmes. His second carry of the night for 10 yards brings up 2nd and 7 for Ross.
Yeah, and getting you're moving the chains a little bit here early, where you're putting yourself in a situation where you can throw a run here, and good run by Caden.
Here we go again. Holmes looking, throwing, caught by Carson Clark at the 40, and he's close to a first down. I'm going to say it's about a yard shy down there. And it will be 3rd down and 1 now for Fremont Ross. Second pass completion on 4 attempts for Caden Holmes. Holmes has 11 touchdown passes, just 1 interception on the year. It's going to be a run by Szymanowski. He's hit in the backfield, breaks one tackle, breaks another, but he's running the wrong way, and now they'll blow it dead. And that'll be a loss of several yards all the way back to the 40 for Szymanowski. So it's going to be 4th down and 5. Ross is going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, they just got good penetration there early. One thing to keep an eye on is we punt the football here. I know in talking to Coach Long, they were going to really roll coverage to Zyros, and they were going to double him and make somebody else, make those plays because he's been so explosive. So interesting if they roll some doubles to McKinstry, what we get out of that tonight.
DeGroff is back deep. Holmes has a high but short kick. It's going to go out of bounds over at the 35. Nope, didn't actually stayed in bounds, but went backwards to the 37, 38-yard line, 38 officially, and that's where the second drive of the game will begin for St. John's, who leads this one 3-0 after the 26-yard field goal by St. John's on their opening drive. So one thing we saw, they had huge running lanes early in that drive,
Yep.
John. They took care of that later in the drive, but when you have a quarterback who's so efficient and prolific, you don't want to give them huge running lanes as well, right?
For sure, and it's tough. You got a lot of poisons to choose from when you're trying to game plan against St. John's.
Lichtenberg to the flat. It's caught by Gallagher at the 40. He's up to the 45 and out of bounds at the 46 as Dion Bradley will tackle him out of bounds right there after a gain of 7 for St. John's.
Yeah, and it's just a simple pitch and catch. Fremont does a lot of that too, where they don't cover that slot guy and they throw it out, and good blocking by the receivers on the outside, and you can tell they're going to be crisp in their execution of how they throw the football. They've had a lot of practice at it. They do a lot of it, and they'll make the right read.
2nd and 3 for Lichtenberg, trying to set up the screen. Toth is blown up on the play, and that was Carson Clark, who came up and nailed him for no gain. Great job by Carson Clark. Brings up 3rd down.
If he's not first-team All-TRAC at linebacker, I'm protesting.
There's
the
a
entire
travesty
thing.
if he's not.
Yeah, I mean, he is. There's nobody there if he doesn't make that play, and he read it. He made the right decision, and he tackles him for no gain on a play that could have gone maybe for a touchdown if they get it set up correctly.
3rd down 3 here for St. John's. They'll give to Toth, and he's going to be close to that 1st down at the 48. Now, I'm telling you, all year I've not seen one time them measure, and they're just going to give him the 1st down without even looking at it.
And Marcus Peters for us is down there, which, we're not real deep on the defensive line. We rotate a lot of guys in, and Marcus has had, a great season last year and, done a lot of really good things again this year. And so you hope it's nothing serious.
They're looking at that left leg for Marcus.
Yeah, and he's a tough enough kid that he's not going to stay down unless he's, something's not right. I mean, Marcus is a hard worker in the weight room. He's a tough kid, and he's a great story in that I don't know how committed he was to being the player he is now when I first met him as a sophomore, and he's just worked, and you just hope this is, you've got a great guy working on there in Doc Hershey, but you hope this is something where scared him maybe a little bit more than it's anything serious. But he's a tough young man. He's had a heck of a year, and we hope he's okay.
When play does resume, it'll be 1st down and 10 for St. John's at their own 48-yard line. We've seen a lot so far of Carson Toth, the running back, either running the ball or catching the ball out of the backfield. Obviously, he's kind of their go-to guy right now in the game plan anyway, with Zyros out tonight and not playing.
Yeah, you wonder how much preparation time, obviously the offense for them practiced, but did they think we were going to have Zyros tonight at all? Were they planning on sitting him all week? And, you want to, it presents a lot of problems. All of the COVID stuff does in terms of a coach, how do you prepare so far to run the ball. But Ross has had a couple times where they've had him in 3rd down, and there the running back just falls forward, gets a 1st down. You get a couple of 3 and outs, and that defense gets some confidence. You have to feel pretty good, especially, again, how the game started last year.
Well, Toth is a big boy.
Yes, he
200
is.
pounds, 5'10", and he'll be hit in the backfield, and again he falls forward for a couple yards, but Carson Clark again on the tackle there for Fremont Ross, and it'll be 2nd down and 9, gain of 1 for Toth on his 4th carry of the ball game. He now has 37 yards rushing for the Titans.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit, but Ray Long was his coach last year. And Ray, when he played for Clyde, they would always talk about that Ray looked like he was blitzing, but he wasn't blitzing. He just read things so quickly. It's kind of like Carson. Like, I don't think there's a called blitz there, but he sees the play, he sees the pull, he beats the pulling guard and just gets in the backfield and makes a tackle.
2nd down and 9. Lichtenberg rolling near side. Throws, and it's incomplete. Intended at that 42-yard line. And the intended target there was Dalen Glaze, number 27. And here's a big 3rd down, John. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, this is huge. And you know, defensive back-wise, we've talked about it's been a challenge for us. You know, we'd gotten thrown over our head a little bit early in the season. And so far, our DBs are standing up there and making some real nice plays. And they haven't really hurt us a ton through the air other than the one crossing pattern. So there's a big 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 from their own 49-yard line. McKinstry maybe on that outside. It is caught. That's not McKinstry, though. It's brought in at the 38-yard line by Dalen Glaze again. I thought that was McKinstry out there, but McKinstry was on the near side. And a nice out pattern there for the 1st down.
Yeah, Dalen, you know, big athletic-looking young man there, too. And that's just a beautiful throw. I mean, that's a college NFL-level throw. He's thrown up from this hash on a line across there. And, you know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful football and good pattern, good catch.
Gain of 12, 4th first down. Here's Toth right up the middle. 30, 25 to the outside, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, St. John's. Carson Toth just took it 39 yards for the Titans.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of blocking up front, and, you know, he runs the football like a man. He is getting his pads squared up, and he's fast for as big and strong as he looks there. He gets in the open field and just takes off. And St. John's with a really good game plan tonight, especially with the, you know, arguably the premier receiver in Northern Ohio out. You know, they're doing some things running the football and running it effectively.
Well, it's a 39-yard touchdown for the Titans. They lead this game 9-0. Here's the point after, and it's blocked and no good. So 4:56 to play, and St. John's has put up 9 points in their first 2 drives. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Scott Logan. Scott?
Yeah, a great job that time by St. John's. You know, I guess the only thing I would like to see on that when it was 4th and 1, you know, we did this I think a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was even against Whitmer. Get him under center. I think that presumes that, you know, all of a sudden we only need a yard, give a push. But other than that, great job by that time by St. John's. And, you know, look, Giants here trailing 9-0. We need to establish something, you know, rather we get a little more pitch and catch ourselves to our receivers, getting our guys, our hot guys involved in the game. But, yeah, it just goes back and just 4th and 1. I didn't care for the call, but they didn't get it, and St. John's capitalized.
Actually, I like what you're saying, but I would actually rather Caden run from the shotgun where he could get behind the blockers, but I still like with Caden having the ball in his hand there, Scott, on that play. So 4:56 to play. Kickoff is underway. Short kick. Oh, boy. Went right past the Ross player, and I believe that's Spencer Price. Goes all the way back to 5 to pick it up to the 10. Running laterally to the 15, and that's where he will end up. And let me double check that was Spencer Price. It was. And so Ross, bad break there, Sean, because they ended up losing about 10, 15 yards on that bounce. So.
Just took a tough hop on him, and then, you know, you kind of like him in space like that. You know, Lowe's cried, you know, talked about a lot last year, but St. John's with a real nice job of staying in their lanes. They're very fundamental, very disciplined there on the kickoff team, and, you know, kept him in front, and there really wasn't a whole lot there.
4:48 to play, opening quarter. St. John's 9, Ross nothing. See if Ross can get something going. They've turned it over on downs twice in this football game. Here's Holmes, rolling right, looking, throwing, has a man wide open, caught at the 30, and up to the 33-yard line. Good pitch and catch there for Fremont Ross. And Herenchu on the reception. And that was a nice play there. Gain of about 17 yards.
Caden just patient there, waiting, and then finds a wide open receiver, and Adam making up for his
Hi,
dad's
I'm Tony
mess up on the
CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to.
That wasn't me, everybody. 4:40 to play here. I'm telling you,
we're having a challenging night here. Yeah.
Here at Don Paul Stadium tonight. First down for Ross. They're going to go to Szymanowski, and he's going to be hit in the backfield again and lose 7 yards. And he was just blown up in the backfield there, John.
Yeah, that play kind of developed slowly, and they just got great penetration. And John Madden, the fourth there, 6'4", 225, getting in the backfield there and making a play. But there were a host of Titans there in the backfield making a play.
So that puts him way behind the sticks here. Ends up losing 5 officially. So it's going to be 2nd down and 15 for Fremont Ross. They need to get to the 43 for a first down. Kane's going to run with it. Now we throw it at the last minute. Horencio with the catch up at the 43. And it's going to be close to the first down. But that was I think Caden saw Horencio at the last moment and threw it. And it is a first down, John.
Another nice route by Adam there. And Caden, again, keeping his head up under some duress. And I think, offensively, the big difference, St. John's has established the run and Fremont hasn't. So this comes down to Caden having to make those kinds of plays. Because right now he's our running game and he's our passing game. And, it'd be good if we could establish Jonathan a little bit here and, block it a little bit, give him a chance to get going.
67 yards throwing for Holmes. Here's the screen play to Jonathan. 45,
nice
50.
cut.
Here he goes. 40, 35, 30. He's cut down at the inside the 30-yard line at the 27. Jonathan Shemanowski with the big gain.
Great call there by Coach Bapp and, getting the movement going one way and then coming back with that screen. And we've run that a little bit, and it's been a good call for us. Now keep moving the ball here and, put yourself in this football game. You get a touchdown here, you feel like you're right back in it.
We actually have 97 yards passing already. Here's the throw on the screen. It's deflected and incomplete. Boy, once that ball got tipped, and that was a beautiful play by Nathan Freisner.
Yeah.
And brings up 2nd down and 10.
St. John's done a nice job. They've gotten their hands on a couple of different passes tonight, and they're very active up front, flowing to the football. And you talked about this, special teams, Logs and Chad did as well. Turnovers, those kind of things. We haven't had any of those, but, a batted ball like that is an easy one to pick off at times. And so Ross gets a break there. And, again, you're probably looking 4-down territory here, so you've got a lot of plays in the playbook here.
2nd and 10, ball at the 27. Shemanowski is the back here. He'll shift to the right out of the pistol of Caden Holmes. Trips to the top of the formation. Caden, 3-step drop. He's going to throw it to the post, and it's incomplete. And there's the flag. We're going to have pass interference as they try to hook up in the end zone, and this is going to be a big penalty as Ross will have it in the Fremont floor covering red zone after they mark this one off.
If I'm St. John's, it's a tough call. I think the guy's trying to make a play, but they got tangled up, and they go down, so it's going to be a first down. And, if they call it the way we think they're going to call it.
And
Yep.
they will.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
So,
Was that Anthony, by the way, that
yeah,
you're looking
I think,
for?
Anthony, these jerseys get really
It's
tough,
hard.
like you said, when they get like this, like it gets nighttime and they get a little wet.
They look beautiful in the sunshine.
Yes.
I'm assuming because Van is at the top of the formation,
pretty
and
sure
he
it's
was the
Boogie.
widest receiver
Yeah.
on that formation.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty on St. John's. That's going to be a big one, and Ross is in the Fremont floor covering red zone down at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 14. St. John's 9, Ross nothing. 3:16 to play in the opening quarter. They'll fake the run. Holmes rolling right, throws out to the
Nice
flat.
ball.
It's caught at the 5, and right down there, it's going to be 2nd and 1 down at the 5-yard line.
Beautiful pass.
Hammer on his first reception of the night. Now, Holmes has 11 pass attempts. That's the first catch by Bryson Hammer, who came in with just an ungodly amount of receptions. He has 28, now 29 on the season.
This is a nice drive. We caught a break, I think, a little bit on the penalty, but we've moved the football here. The screen pass worked. Again, we're not establishing the run a ton, but we're doing things to move the football here, and you'd love to see us punch it in right here.
2nd and 1. Ball at the 5. They can't get a first down at the 4. It's going to be Holmes running right. Has the first down. Dives towards the pylon. Touchdown, Ross. 9-6. Fremont Ross on a Caden Holmes 5-yard touchdown run. And Ross is back in the ball game.
Smart, tough, a good play call. Caden gets the edge there, and there he does put his head down. And he just finds places to be successful. And there didn't look like there was a ton there, but he got around the corner, got to the end zone, and big extra points here. Carlos Pena, with St. John's missing theirs, make the field goal but miss the extra point.
Make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden you make a field goal, you're in the lead, so we want to make these.
Good snap, good hold. Pena's kick is beautiful. And it is good. 9-7 Toledo St. John's. as Ross is able to finally answer a score by St. John's. Let's go down to the sideline. Scott Logan, that was a great drive, Scott, led by Caden Holmes.
Yeah, great job. You know, we got, I think, a little break possibly on the penalty there. I did see an arm hook around, but, you know, that's a tough call, like John, yourself and John said, when the feet start getting tangled and so forth. But, no, it was a good job and a good drive because, you know, you look at the board and it's 9-0, knowing if we do get a stop, you know, he gets a hold of the ball again. And, yeah, that's something that we don't want to do is obviously fall too far behind and like 2 full touchdowns on scores-wise. But a great job that time by the Little Giants.
This is a prolific offense, to say the least, that's for sure. 2:28 to play. Pena with the point after. Carter with the kickoff here. High kick.
That's smart.
Boy, it's going to hit down at the 5. Still not picked up. Finally picked up at the 5 to the 10. There's a flag, though.
Yep.
Up to the 20 and finally brought down there. Flag back at the 11-yard line. So that touchdown by Fremont Ross means another $100 donated by Sunrise Cooperative to Fueling the Cure. Fueling the Cure is a campaign for food-based research at The Ohio State University. And if you want more information, log on to fuelingthecure.org. Go ahead, John.
Well, I know Aiden. He's in my room one period a day, and he'd been talking about the fact that they're having him squib kick because they don't want big returns. And he, you know, people keep moving up. He said, "Let me kick one in an open area deep," and that's just what they did. And you know, you almost get an opportunity there where if you got a guy fast enough, kick a little short, he might be able to run in there and catch it. So that's a big kick. Special teams win there for the Little Giants, and now you're making St. John's go 94 yards if they're going to get a touchdown here. Still in the first quarter, but you've got to feel pretty good if you're Fremont. You withstanded some problems, and you're right in it.
Deep in their own territory, Toth on the handoff, and he'll be up over the 10, all the way to the 13-yard line. Gain of 7 for the big Carson Toth, who came into tonight with 52 carries for 167 yards. And tonight he has a 39-yard touchdown to his credit. I have him unofficially for 59 yards rushing on 6 carries.
No, he's a problem.
Big
he
problem.
He gets in space, and he's strong, and he creates some issues for you.
2nd down and 3 for the Titans. Back to Carson Toth, right into the line of Ross, but he'll push the pile forward up to the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and short here, John, for St. John's. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah. You know, and you got an opportunity here maybe to get stopped. They're going quick here, so it looks like they're lining up and trying to get us not set.
And it's Toth, and it's going to be close.
I don't know.
Yeah, with what we've seen this guy's not even waiting for him to spot the ball, and he's like, just move the sticks. I swear, they don't care as long as it's near a first down this year.
Yeah, and you wonder, you know, with COVID, how much of that is dictated by not having the guys around the kids, and who knows? It's such a strange year. But, yeah, I don't know if we've seen a measurement all year.
We haven't.
Yeah.
Actually. And we see more of that where they're like, okay, just move the ball. Just move it. So 1st and 10, St. John's at the 16. Lichtenberg sack back at the 9-yard line. Coming in to make the stop there for Fremont Ross was Marcus Peters again.
Yeah, it's great to see him back out there because when he went down, like I said, he's a tough kid. He's not one to go down unless there's something up. So he's back in, and they had a miscommunication there. I think the quarterback thought they were looking something quick, and all the guys went downfield, and he looked to throw like a quick ball, and there was nothing there. And, you know, again, you're taking Zyros out of the game. You know, you're going to have some new guys in there like you talked about. They're playing a lot of different people. This is big, 2nd and long.
2nd and 16, Lichtenberg looking, throwing, has his man over the middle, and he's finally brought down at the 22-yard line. So they get a lot of that yardage back, gain of 12. It's still going to be 3rd and relatively long, although for this offense, I don't know what 3rd and long really is because they are so proficient. And I believe
that's a quarter.
Was at the end of the quarter.
Yep.
All right, we played one at Don Paul. 9-7 St. John's. It's 3rd and about 5 when we come back for the Titans on Eagle 99.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Fremont Federal Credit Union is committed to fostering, preserving, and cultivating a culture of diversity and inclusion. I believe it is crucially important that as a credit union, we have a commitment to serve others where the diversity of our members enriches us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCU.
Do you know what's going on with your insurance? Welty Insurance Group will give you a pain-free pandemic insurance checkup. Welty Insurance Group and Erie Insurance have coverage for home, life, auto, boats, motorcycles, and commercial. Get a quote you can trust and get a chance to win a gas card. Our family serving yours. Call Welty Insurance Group at 419-334-4477. Your Erie agents in Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, Cary, and Sandusky. And at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
It's 3rd down and 4 for St. John's. They have the ball at their own 22-yard line. They need to get to the 26. If you're just joining us, Fremont Ross 7, Toledo St. John's 9 as we start the second half.
They're trying to put time back up because he went out of bounds, and they're trying to get 7 seconds back up. But they were winding the clock, so this play is still going to be in the first quarter.
Okay, so let's go back. All right, now we're 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Do you like that rewind there? 9-7. 3rd down and 4. Clock is stopped, so they'll have to there's movement on the right guard on the near side, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty on St. John's. That's their second penalty now for 20 yards in the football game. And now I like 3rd and little giant defense.
Right, and it takes some things away probably in the run game here. I know Coach Long has talked a lot about rotating Dion out on, Zyros at one time. So we'll see if he comes out on Jaden here or what they do with him.
3rd and 9. Lichtenberg has running room, and he's going to have the first down and more. 35 up to the 40. Boy, nobody was there to spy the quarterback, and he took off for a gain of 23 yards on the play.
These are two really good quarterbacks. The last play of the first quarter again here. But I don't know.
Are they going to take another break, though? I mean, they are, actually, but we'll keep it here. So they are going to actually bring the Ross defense over to the near side. St. John's is already on that far side, so they'll just kind of walk and talk to the coaches at the same time. And now we have 12 minutes to play. But, Lichtenberg, as soon as I saw him running, I looked to our defensive backfield, and there was one person, the middle linebacker, who could have got him. Everyone else had their back turned to Lichtenberg. So
they're playing a lot of man coverage and kind of taunting, St. John's like, go make a play against our guys and, go athlete against athlete. And so far, other than the crossing patterns, it's been fairly effective. Again, the key has been the running game for them. But one thing you give up if you're going to go man like that is that quarterback is an athlete. He's a good basketball player, probably a good tennis player, probably ping pong player. He can probably do anything. But he sees what's going on there, and then he's not only running, but he's signaling to his receiver, like, block this way. I mean, he's just got, both these guys have that little extra thing that I don't think as a coach you necessarily coach. They just have it. And, they see plays, they make plays, and it's going to be fun to watch him at Cincinnati and see what he can do, because I think, he gets in a weight room up there, and the way he throws the ball with his arm is so live that, it'd be fun. It's a nice part about being in this conference is that if you can play, people are going to see you and you'll get recruited. I'll be interested with Carson Clark on what happens with him, and I know he's not prototypically that big, but, man, he just makes football plays.
Here we go. Second quarter about to begin. 9-7, St. John's by 2. Lichtenberg has running room, and he'll be brought down right after a 1-yard gain. Great job there by the Ross defense, and LeBron's came up and made the hit. Had he not brought him down, it probably would have been a first down there, but LeBron's did make the tackle after a gain of 1. To your point, so they have run the ball for 79 yards, and they've only thrown it for 29 of all their offense. So 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line to Toth, and he'll get to the 44-yard line. And so it's going to be 3rd and long coming up here for Toledo St. John's, 3rd and about 6.
Well, other than schematically, that when they run some crossing routes and gotten guys open, they haven't beat our guys one-on-one, which, again, for me as a Fremont fan was a big concern coming in because we had struggled to cover the deep ball. And right now we're doing a really nice job of keeping things in front, covering people. And, again, here's a big 3rd down, but you've done a nice job early here.
Lichtenberg on 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz, and it's a sack back at the 39-yard line by the Ross Ross defense.
Ethan.
Green with the sack, and what a great time to come up with that. We finally stop them on third down here in this football game, and they're going to have to punt on 4th down and 10 after the sack by Ethan Green.
Not necessarily a covered sack, but there's nobody open. And so he's back there, and now he's starting to think, I need to tuck and run because I've had some success with that. So, again, you've got him a situation to punt here, field the punt. And, big special teams play would go a long way tonight to, beating a really good football team.
Hammer and Spencer are back deep here, and this will be Spencer Price on the run. He fumbles the ball, picks it back up, and goes out of bounds at the 37. You notice my voice, I kind of saw that coming in my head, and I'm like, oh, and it luckily bounced right back to him. So ball at the 38 now is where they'll spot it. Ross can actually take a lead here, John, with a nice drive, but that's the first time tonight we've stopped St. John's on offense.
Yeah, and that's good good play. Like they're getting good pressure on the court, job of covering, and Dustin Patton, defensive back coach, give him a lot of credit so far here that he's got these guys coached up.
Here's Holmes to throw on first down. Looking, nowhere to go, and now he runs it outside, throws it back across his body, and it's caught at the 50, to the 40, 35, 30, get outside, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Ross!
Holy cow.
62 yards for the Ross touchdown, and Ross takes the lead. What a play there by the Little Giants. And that was Spencer Price on the reception.
The run is beautiful. I don't know how he found him throwing that football. Like, he's under
duress.
He
went across his body.
Yeah, and he threw that thing 35 yards back to the middle of the field. I mean, if you watch that on YouTube or if you're here, I mean, that is unbelievable the way he sees things, finds him, and then Spencer does the rest, gets in the open field, makes a guy miss, and gets in the end zone. That's a big-time play.
Carlos Pena to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and it is good. Ross 14, St. John's 9. Back after this on Eagle 99.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chop. .com.
Mom?
Yeah?
Remember how you asked me to give the dog a bath?
Yeah?
Well, he sort of got loose.
Oh, okay, honey.
There's water all over the new floors upstairs.
Hey, it happens.
Waterproof, mud-proof floors. From hardwood looks to stone and tile, they have it all. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, where friends send friends. And right now, get up to $1,000 off or enjoy no-interest financing during the spill-proof flooring sale. Save big on waterproof carpet and hard surface flooring. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
Return up to the 26-yard line, and let's go down to Scott on the sideline. What a play. First of all, by Holmes to keep that alive, and then Spencer to make a beautiful cut outside for the touchdown.
Yeah, he sure did. And the nice thing is I was standing right next to Eddie when that play was developing. He said, wait, and he yelled, now. And the ball left his hands, and then all of a sudden, uh-oh. I mean, that was a great throw and a great catch and a great run. You know, that takes a lot of effort to throw the ball across your body, and normally that's a cardinal sin, but we got a touchdown out of it.
Here's Toth on the run. He's got plenty of room to rumble. He's up over the 40. He's up to the 50. He's to the 45, 40. He's to the 30, and finally brought down from, finally brought down from behind at the 18-yard line. Carson Toth with a huge run, and that's going to go a long way, John. That's a 50-plus yard run there.
Yeah, and right now that's what's hurting us. Like, they're doing a fantastic job on that trap, and he's just getting his shoulder pads upfield, and he's fast. Like, yeah, I mean, if he wouldn't have to stop there, I think he scores. So
St. John's in the Fremont floor covering red zone. Lichtenberg to throw. Has a man on the crossing pattern. It's caught down to the 8-yard line. And on the reception that time was Braden DeGroff. And Hammer was out there. Also, the freshman, Elijah Sims, going to be 2nd down and 1. Back to Toth. And he'll get his first down to about the 5-yard line, gain of 3, and it's going to be first down and goal. But Toth has been a big problem so far in this ball game.
Yes, he has. And, if you look at St. John's scores, and obviously they've only played 3 games because they had one canceled with COVID, but they scored 25 against Findlay, and that's far and away their lowest. They had 40 against St. Francis and 42 in their loss to Central. So they put points up, but they also give up points. And so, you talked about this off the air. We're going to have to score tonight to win this football game, and so far we're scoring. But you love to see defense bend and not break here again.
14-9, new running back in, nowhere to go. The Ross defense brings him down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss on the carry that time. The new running back is number 4, James Henry, and he'll lose a yard.
Now, nothing against James Henry, but I leave Toth in.
Well, he's probably a little tired right now.
He's been running a lot, but tell him he can rest tomorrow, man. That guy is a load. He's very, very impressive. He's doing a nice job running the football here. I think you'll see the ball in the air here.
2nd and goal from the 7. Lichtenberg running for his life, trying to get outside, throws it away, but it still could be caught in the corner. Going up to try and get it was Jaden McKinstry, but he was out of bounds. It's 3rd and 7. I thought he was throwing the ball away, but then I'm like, oh boy, that's still kind of playable.
Yeah, he's giving his athletes a chance there, and again, good job by the Little Giants. There were 2 clusters of kids there, one in the backfield on Lichtenberg and one in the corner of the end zone, and I think everybody was involved in one of those 2 places. Great pressure. You got to give a lot of credit to all of our defensive linemen right now because they're just in the backfield. And, you're up 5 here. If you can get a stop here and create another field goal opportunity, you have to feel really good about what you've done.
3rd and goal, St. John's. Ross leads at 14-9. They'll fake the handoff. Lichtenberg rolls right, has his man out of the backfield, and he dives for the end zone, but he's a yard short. He's just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line. They're going to hurry up and go here.
And they're going to give the ball to Toth, and this would be a big stop right here because he's going to, I would guess, unless they go sneak.
Ross went timeout.
Good call,
No,
Coach.
no. Yeah. Ross takes the timeout. So it's going to be 4th and goal. Let's go down to Scott here. And we're talking about this Toth kid. What a great running back he is. This offense is really built on passing, but it's Toth who's run the ball for 134 yards. Scott, they only have 38 yards passing in the ball game.
Yeah, what a ball. And John, I remember, he runs a lot like Rob Lido. I mean, Rob was north and south.
Yeah.
I mean, he did, and he'd pull you over and he'd punish you. But no, he's doing a great job, and I heard you guys say, is it a trap play? Because it's kind of hard for me to see down here.
Mm-hmm.
You get a better view up there, but this is a great this by St. John's, and see if the Little Giants got a trick in their bag themselves, and see if we can stuff them.
Guys, everybody came for a football game, but a track meet is broken out here at Don Paul Stadium. So 14-9 Ross. It's 4th and goal at the 1 for Toledo St. John's with 7:55 to play here in the first half.
You have to think Toth here, and you have to think Carson Clark here,
Here we go. Running back, and he's in. Touchdown, St. John's, and the battering ram finds his way into the end zone. And Toth will have another touchdown here tonight, his 2nd touchdown run, this one from 1 yard out.
Very, very well blocked. They did a nice job there, and, hats off to them because they answered the bell because you felt like all momentum here was going their way. Now, you're talking early in game to go for 2, and I think smart play here to kick it and, take points and see if we can get some pressure here.
Ethan Fulkerson puts it up and puts it through the uprights. So 16-14, St. John's takes the lead back. Defensive stops, John, are going to be big tonight.
Yeah, and, you talked about in pregame turnover, special teams plays, some of those things that, you find a way to make happen, and, it would be big tonight. You get a punt return, kickoff return, some kind of an interception, a fumble, anything that's those game-changing plays because this is amazing to me in a lot of ways that I feel like watching these 2 team plays, and I understand St. John's missing some guys tonight. Through a quarter and a few minutes, these look like 2 pretty even football teams, and I don't know if anything could have been further from the truth a year ago.
Oh.
It was...
It was men against boys last year.
And so, I know St. John's, Gary Batch graduated, very good athlete for them, and Zyros isn't playing. I understand all that, but, in a year's time, you have to give a lot of credit to our kids and our coaches to believe that, they can stand a battle with teams like this, and so far they are.
John, they put a 42 on Central.
Yeah.
So here's Fulkerson's kick. Bryson will take it over the head at the 10. Bryson to the 15. Hammer 20. He's to the 25, 30, breaks the tackle, up to the 35 and to the 37-yard line. That's where Ross will take over. First down and 10, trailing 16-14. It was an ever so quick lead we held of about 2 minutes and 4 seconds to be exact. We were leading 14-9. St. John's answers at the 7:52 mark here of the first half. But it has been entertaining. 16-14 St. John's. Fremont Ross with the ball. Holmes in the pistol. Szymanowski behind him, trips to the top. Spencer is the lone wide receiver to the near side.
I think we have some opportunities out here. They're kind of manned up on the short side here. Spencer's one-on-one right out here.
Spencer already has a long touchdown reception. Here's Holmes. He has to beat the linebacker and cannot. And I don't like it when he gets tackled like that. I know you don't either as his basketball coach. He was hung up there, and then a second guy came in to knock him down. We'll give Nathan Freisner again the tackle. It's a gain of 1 for Caden. Brings up second down and 9.
And we haven't seen Bronze a whole lot on offense tonight. And he's coming in the game here for Jonathan. So, and it looks like Bronze is
splitting out. They're going to go 5 wide, yeah.
Yeah.
So LeBron's is in to make it 5 wide here. Empty formation for the sophomore quarterback, Caden Holmes. 7:07 to play in the first half. St. John's 16, Little Giants 14. Here we go. Holmes looking, throwing, and it's incomplete. We got away with a hold on this near side.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Like, there definitely was a hold that they kind of missed here. But they're other than the pass interference, they're not calling a whole lot. They're kind of letting the kids play.
Heck, they're not even looking for first down.
No.
They're just throwing the ball. It's close enough. Just let them go.
Yeah, third down here, I think you're going to see whatever best play we have because you want to move the ball and not give it back to them off of the drives they've been having. So, we've got that screen look. I think Caden rolling out's always a good option here, but I think, Coach Bapp's going to look for something that he feels confident in here.
Barnett is the lone running back. Here's Holmes looking, and he's forced out of the pocket, running for his life, and he will cut it outside. He has a block zone, 45, 48, first down. Caden Holmes on his 12 yards to get the first down. He is so electric, John. It's his 5th carry, and now he has 28 yards rushing to go along with 168 passing yards.
There's no way he should get that.
No.
I mean, no way.
None at all.
And he just finds, again, ways to make people miss. And, that play was dead in the water. I was hoping we were getting out of there without, him trying to force a tough throw. And to get a first down, that's just unreal good by Caden.
Fremont Ross up to the 48-yard line. LeBron's is the lone running back to the right of Caden. Holmes, look pass here, throws it to the flat, and that's got to be Hammer, who slides down and catches it at the opponent's, or at St. John's 48-yard line. So they go from 148 to the other. That'll be a gain of 4. A second catch by Bryson Hammer.
Moved the ball around a lot tonight. The touchdown was Spencer, but Herenchu's caught a few. Bryson's caught a few. It isn't quite as much just to Bryson, which is good, too. Caden's finding a lot of different guys, and he's good at that. He gets a lot of people involved, but St. John's also doing a pretty nice job of taking maybe some things away from Bryson as a guy who's caught a lot of passes.
6:13 and counting here in the first half. Ross trails by 2, but they're on the move. Holmes will take it himself. Cuts it outside. Has a first down. Makes another and miss. He's up over the 30, and he's out of bounds right there. Caden Holmes with another big gain of 17 yards for the sophomore.
And he sent a little message at the end of that one there. Like, he could have gotten out of bounds, and he kind of put his head down and ran that defensive back over. So you want to see guys step up and make plays, and right now he is a one-man wrecking crew. He's doing a little bit of everything, and, he is
St. John's going to have to take a timeout
because
a good timeout
by
they
them.
Did not have enough players on the field, and Ross couldn't get the play off quick enough. I don't think the coaches saw it because he came in on that far sideline. Sure. But Holmes with another nice scramble. He's now rushed for 44 yards. Coming into tonight, we talked about his passing numbers, but, he has run the ball 54 times before tonight, 271 yards and 5 touchdowns to go along with 646 passing yards. So
there's some really good quarterbacks in this conference, and one interesting thing I was thinking about today coming here, when you look at like the statistics for the season, so many of these teams aren't playing football every week. So you look at like who's the leading receiver in the conference. Well, it might be a little bit skewed because this guy might have missed a game or two because of COVID.
Well, John, this should be week 5 in terms of the halfway normal point, but we are one game and then the playoffs begin.
Right. And if you're a school like St. John's, you didn't play last week. If you're Findlay, you haven't played in 2 weeks. So Max Roth here, right behind Caden with 269 yards rushing, but he hasn't played in a game in 2 weeks. And he's a quarterback as well. There's just a lot of exciting quarterbacks that are dual threat kind of guys. They can run it, they can throw it.
If we play 6 games, we'll have seen every quarterback but Central's.
Mm-hmm.
Caden deserves to be all-conference. Now, Brady's going to be the first-team quarterback, but he should be second-team all-conference with what he's done this year. So, from the 30-yard line after the timeout, here's Holmes looking. Pocket collapses. He's going to run outside. Still looking downfield. Throws it. Oh, boy, it's almost picked off.
No.
Down at the 5-yard line.
Late penalty.
He dropped it. Boy, that time he threw across his body and almost paid for it. Chad Berg was there. Illegal man downfield is what this is going to be.
Yeah, and it's probably a good call because it's one of those situations where you've got chaos, and Caden, he can buy so much time that it's hard for those linemen not to think he's going to take off.
Hey, let's go down to Scott. Scott, what was he looking for there in the secondary? Because I didn't see anybody open.
Well, I tell you what, he had Hammer quick if he needed him.
Okay.
If he started rolling out, Hammer put a move out here, and then all of a sudden, he took off and he went to throw, and it's like, oh, you're almost over the line.
Yeah.
But, and then the lineman went downfield. But, no, he had Hammer. He had a lot of room to see Hammer. And if Hammer would at least come back a little bit to the ball, you might have seen him a little bit. But it was a good – he took what we did.
We got lucky, though. They didn't pick it off, that's for sure.
For sure.
5:49 to play. 5-yard penalty. First and 15 Ross at the 35 of Central. Titans lead the Little Giants 16-14 in what has been a fantastically entertaining game. Play clock down to 3 right now. 2. Holmes will keep it himself left side. Shakes a couple tacklers. Now he'll ride one of the big defensive linemen down to the 25-yard line. Caden Holmes had number 74, Gabe Knapp, on his back. A 6'2", 240-pounder. He took him for a 4-yard ride.
Well, it's also like he finds the niche. I think he's a really good quarterback, but I almost feel like a lot of ways he has some kind of a natural instinct to run where it doesn't seem like there's much there, and he finds creases, and it's a 10-yard run again or whatever it ends up being, just off of not a whole lot there.
Right, so now going to be 2nd down and 5. Here's Holmes again. First down, 15, and he's tripped up down inside the 15-yard line. Kind of went down awkwardly, but Ross is in the Fremont floor covering red zone after that nice gain. Another gain of 11 there by the sophomore Caden Holmes.
And I'm sure they're going to talk about you've got to make an adjustment at some point and put somebody on him and spy him. But maybe they are, and he's just making the guy miss. I mean, he is so crafty in the hole.
John, he has made a couple defensive linemen miss on several occasions. Yes. I don't see any linebackers, though, where he runs the ball. It's mostly defensive linemen. Looks like they're in a 4-3 right now. Here's Holmes. Throws back across. Has his man. That's Clark. Get down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. I'm assuming that's Clark.
Yeah, it's Clark.
Okay. Gain of 9. There's not too many guys that big on our team.
No.
I couldn't see the number, but by the body type, I'm pretty sure that was Carson Clark. Get this, John. 181 yards passing on 15 attempts for Holmes tonight. Ross trails by 2, but they are marching inside the 5. Ball's at the 5. They can get it's 1st and goal now from the 5 here. Here's Holmes. I formation to Shimanowski and nowhere to go. And he'll be brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we haven't shown the ability to do a lot other than Caden. Like Caden snapping the ball, Caden making plays. Right now, the difference in this game probably St. John's been a little more balanced. We're putting a lot of eggs, in Caden's basket where he's got to run, throw, make plays. But good players do that.
Okay, we can get a first down. See, this is what it was. It said first down on the yard marker, so I just assumed it was first and goal. It is now 3rd and 1, so it was not a first down. And by the way, that was Clark on that last carry. And they're going to toss it here to LeBron's trying to get outside, and there's just nowhere to run. And now we're at 4th down and 2 after that negative run by LeBron's Barnett.
I think we lost a little bit there. Pena has been very good kicking the football.
That's true.
And it puts you in the lead. I don't know.
They are. They're going to kick it here. Well, no, they're just bringing in new faces.
I think they're going to space out here and probably give your quarterback a chance to make a play.
Here's what it is, John. We were in big because we had an I formation, and so now Horenshu and Hammer are coming in. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. They need to get to about the 4. Line of scrimmage is the 7. This is a big call here with 2:50 to play. Ross trails by 2.
St. John's taking a timeout.
And St. John's takes timeout. Let's go down to Scott and see what he thinks. Scott, would you kick it here or go for it on 4th and 3?
Actually, I thought they were going to try to draw them off-site, and then Will would call timeout and then think about it. But obviously, St. John's got the timeout, so I don't know. The toss sweep there on that call. I mean, that's when they went with a screenplay on the play before that. I mean, you got number 22 over here, man-to-man, okay? Boogie.
Yep.
I mean, he's man-to-man. So, and he's right on. He's about 3-4 yards off the ball. If I'm going for it, I'm driving and put the ball in Boogie's hand on a slant play. I'm not throwing the ball to the corner, putting it on a slant play, and then whatever happens, happens.
The other thing about that run, Scott, they ran to the short side. What's one of my pet peeves? Like if you're going to run the toss sweep, run it to the side of the field that there's more room.
They've done that for years
I
in
know.
Fremont.
It's not just us, though. The NFL does it. It just drives me crazy. So.
Correct.
Thanks, buddy. That report brought to you by Frickers of Fremont. In the Fremont floor covering red zone. And Ross is going to go for it here on 4th down and 3.
It's a good call. Touchdowns win this game. And I think you put Caden in a situation where he's got a run-pass option, and he's been really good all night making plays. And you trust, arguably the best quarterback we've had in a long time here to make a decision here, rolling, passing, running, and, you give your best guy a chance to make a play.
LeBron's is to the left of Caden Holmes, trips to the near side. Holmes is going to pass it. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, throws it left-handed, and it's caught. Touchdown! He threw that with his left hand for the touchdown. Did you see him switch hands and throw it?
Yeah, and again...
Oh my God!
Yeah, he legitimately took that and threw it lefty, and I don't even know who caught the ball. It's just such a big time play because again, I think he's in trouble there. I'm thinking that the play might be dead, and he throws it lefty for a touchdown. I mean, just continues to make plays, and again, you put him in space. So far tonight, St. John's has not had an answer for Caden Holmes.
LeBron's, by the way, caught that touchdown. Pena's point after is good. So Fremont 21, St. John's 16. Let's go back to Scott.
Holy cow.
What a play with Caden was kind of he threw. Yeah, it's people in the stands are like, did he throw that left-handed? Scott, what a play by the athlete there, Caden Holmes.
Yeah, it was a fantastic play. But my question, I was waiting. I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I got lost by people's hands were flying around. I'm thinking, if he runs it, maybe he's even going to make it. But then I saw the ball fly, and I couldn't even tell you who the ball go to.
LeBron's Barnett caught it out of the backfield.
Nice. Yeah, I couldn't tell right through it right hand or the left hand. I just saw the ball moving. But you guys had a great angle, obviously, and a great play by a great athlete from Fremont.
21-16. We're back in the lead, boys. Track meet has definitely broken out here tonight at Don Paul Stadium, and the good guys are in the lead right now. Well, if you like purple and white, the good guys are in the lead. Here's the kickoff by Aiden. It's going to go that's going to get into the end zone for a touchback. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, he's got a big leg. They were just telling him to squib early because they didn't want big returns.
Right.
And so, he gets one in the end zone. Now you've got 80 yards to go instead of, the field positions, but 35, 2:41 to go. I believe St. John's gets the ball coming out. I think we had it first. So
remember, we gave the ball on downs our first two drives. We were down 9-0 before you knew it.
Right. You feel like this drive has the potential to have a big impact on the second half. If they go down and score and then get the ball back and score, they get a lot of momentum because they get it to start.
Finley.
So you want to make sure that you finish this half. The same thing we talk about in basketball. You want to finish halves, go in the locker room feeling good, or in this case, go in the end zone feeling good.
By the way, another $100 donated by Sunrise Cooperative to Fueling the Cure. Pass caught at the 30 up to the 33-yard line. DeGroff has been the main target for Brady Lichtenberg here tonight.
Beautiful throw.
And they hit him once again for a gain of 13. Hammer on this tackle, or at least the run out of bounds there for Fremont Ross. Brady Lichtenberg, 6'2", 190-pound senior. Looks all the part of a big-time quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he's got size, he's got poise, he's got a cannon of an arm. I mean, he definitely does everything, that you'd want in a prospect coming up here. And I know
4-year starter.
Yeah, a lot of big schools were in on him. I know West Virginia had him listed on their website and so forth. So he was somebody that was wanted.
Lichtenberg throws out in the flat, caught at the 45, out of bounds right there. Again, DeGroff on the reception, and right now shadowing him is Bryson Hammer.
Yep.
But another big chunk play there.
Yeah, and they're getting the clock stopped every time too, so it's 2:31 to go. They've got plenty of time, and Fremont's not letting them get over their head here, which was something again that we struggled with a lot last year, and especially a lot early. They're keeping the ball in front and making them, beat you step by step here.
Lichtenberg, right off the shoulder pads of the intended target, Glaze, and that's going to bring up second down and 10. Plenty of time here for this offense because they can move the ball quickly. 2:27 to play until halftime. Ross 21, St. John's 16. Both teams have one loss coming into play tonight.
I'd be very wary of the run here with Toth. They have a timeout or two left, and he's been very effective running.
Throwing to the flat, and nice tackle after a gain of 3. Looked like they were playing a little zone there.
Yep, they did. They zoned up, and we haven't shown a lot of that tonight. And
catch, by the way, was made. Let me get this in real. Tommy Gallagher had the catch. Going to be third down here.
So third down, 2 minutes to go. This is a scenario we hadn't talked about, but if they don't pick this up, it'd be tough to go for this at midfield. And I think you might be talking Fremont with some timeouts left. They have 2. Caden Holmes has been pretty doggone good.
Third down 7 for Brady Lichtenberg. The future Bearcat rolls to the right, looking, throwing, has a man on the sideline, and it's caught up at the 24-yard line. Wow, what a big-time throw, and a nice reception by DeGroff.
Yeah, the quarterback rolled out, and we kind of lost contain. Our defensive back came up to play the quarterback, and he's got poise, and he found him deep, and really nice throw there by Brady, and showing why he's a big-time recruit. Now, minute 44 to go. You want to get a stop here and keep him in front.
Ball at the 24 of Ross. Here comes the rush. They're going to throw it left side. Looking. Oh, picked off by Bryson Hammer.
You got it.
In the end zone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Bryson Hammer on the interception for Fremont Ross, and he just has played so well this year. Scott, you were sitting right there. What a play by number 9.
Yeah, outstanding. And, I said, here comes the ball. He made a beautiful dig on it and catch on it. Hey, he went up there just like a receiver is supposed to go up there, up high and take the ball away, and he controlled it all the way to the ground, and a good stop for Fremont.
That's a tough catch,
too,
because he was laid out, and I wasn't sure because it's right down in front of Logues if he could hold on to it. That's a tough catch, and he's a tough kid. Now, I think you had an opportunity to do some things there, Merritt. 37 to go, 2
timeouts.
Let's
not get crazy, though,
No,
right?
I mean, you definitely don't want to turn over something, but, boy, I think
and
if
you don't want to
Cade
give them
now,
the ball back
no,
with how
for
prolific
sure.
their offense is.
But, man, I think I give Caden Holmes because they're going to score. I mean, they're going
to score plenty of points in the second half.
So we have an opportunity here to put more points up before half.
Ross leads at 21-16. They'll run with Caden off the left side. He has room to the outside, 35-40, and they finally hog-tie him down after a gain of 20 for Caden Holmes. Big play, and he gets out of bounds as well.
Now you can be very aggressive. He flips, you feel a little bit with a 20-yard run. But the thing is right now, being aggressive is just like quarterback sweep with Caden. That play has been awfully good. And you keep waiting for them to make an adjustment.
John, that's the only way we can run the ball tonight is with number 1. So trips to the near side. I assume that's Spencer on the top, as he is normally by himself. Shimanowski's the back this time. Clock is stopped because he got out of bounds. It's going to be Holmes right. He's up to the 45 and up to the 48-yard line. Gain of 8 that time by Holmes. John, he's already has 92 yards rushing on 10 carries tonight. That's 9.2 yards per carry for the sophomore.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, he's thrown for 185 and a couple scores, too.
Well, and I don't know if I'm necessarily giving the first-team all-track QB to Brady Lichtenberg just yet.
Here's the thing. They're going to look at passing
for
numbers.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, and career, but, I mean, right now, our guy's not too far behind him in passing yards, and he's running the ball. And if they win this game tonight, winners deserve something. So,
By the way,
a lot left to play. But
Spencer's one-on-one. There's no free safety to that side. All the DBs and corners are on this side. Option Holmes. And he's going to have the first down up to the 48-yard line, but there's 40 seconds remaining. Spencer Price is like holding his hands out. Hey, nobody, I'm one-on-one out here, people.
Timeout Ross here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. Let's go back down to Scott on the sideline. And, boy, we talked about it in the pregame, Scott. We didn't get your thoughts, but Holmes is just maturation, right, between freshman and sophomore year. It's been one of the biggest change I've seen in a quarterback in 1 year. So.
Yeah, that's night and day. That's for sure. Taking care of the football, that's the big thing. I'm kind of curious on this call what Coach Long is thinking along with Eddie. You got, 40 seconds. You still got one timeout. Conservative, I don't know. Eddie likes to throw the ball here and get kind of aggressive here right here at midfield. But, the field goal kicking wise, I saw him in warm-ups. He was kicking the field goal from about the 20 to 25-yard line, so he was making it. So
that's 35.
That's 35. That's about the maximum, I'd say, especially now you got the wind blowing pretty right to Fremont. So,
yeah, that's kind of in their
face. So that's another thing, but it'll be an interesting call for Eddie.
All right, thank you, Scott. Ross on the St. John's side of the field. 40 seconds left until halftime. They lead at 21-16. What a very entertaining game. Ross trailed 9-0 early, and they've since outscored St. John's 21-7. Kind of sounds like last year a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Holmes looking, and he will get out of the initial defenders. He's up over the 30 to the 25. How does he do that, John?
I have no
That's
idea,
a gain of 23 yards.
We've watched him play every game he's played, and I know you talk about growth and maturation and all of these things, but I don't know if he's played like this year. I mean, he's just making every first tackler miss. I mean, he's not coming down ever early, and they're going to ground it here.
Yep, with 24 seconds. They still have one timeout remaining. It's going to be second down and 10 Ross at the St. John's 25-yard line. So not much time remaining with just the one timeout.
I will say this, too. You have to give credit to our offensive line. He's running, but he's running when he decides to run. It's not that he's always under duress.
Right.
Or you feel like right now Lichtenberg is sped up, that they're getting enough pressure on him that he's kind of out of system. Caden's making a decision often here to run because there's a lane there and he takes it. So, boy, this would be really big if you could find points here. 21-16, 24 seconds to go.
Second down and 10. Holmes. He's going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket, and he gets out of a sack. Looking, and he runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line with 15 seconds remaining. It's going to be third down and 10 here for Ross after the spiking of the ball on first down. He actually ends up with a gain of 2, so we'll call it third down and 8. That's kind of inconsequential at this point because there's only 15 seconds and the ball's at the 24-yard line. So
you kind of feel the way this game's gone tonight that he's got a trick in his bag here that we're going to see. He's found ways in these situations to make plays all night, and probably two-down territory. I don't think they'll try a 42-yard field goal, so we'll see. Caden's got some magic left here going into half.
Szymanowski to the left of Holmes. 15 seconds to play. Looking, runs up in the pocket. Now he's going to have to run. It's 20, 15, he's to the 10, and he's down to the 5-yard line. 7 seconds remaining.
They have one timeout left.
Yep.
And it'll
stop use it right now.
It'll stop with the sticks. So I don't know if you try to ground this quick.
Well, you still only got one play if you do that because you're going to run a couple seconds.
Well, if they ran like a quick slant, they maybe could get one off, but I think they're taking their time out.
It's a gain
Smart
of
call.
18 there by Holmes.
Holy cow, this has been a half. I mean, this is it's too bad that the people of Fremont aren't getting to watch this team live because, this has been a community that really, I told the boys this last year in basketball, Fremont's dying for a winner. And, we're 3-1. We really had beaten teams, probably should have beaten and lost to the one team that, was maybe on paper at least a little bit better than us. But this is a game where I think you would have seen Fremont show up big and come out in purple and white and really support these guys. And they're a team very worthy of support. Kids are always worthy of support, but this team, they're unselfish. They play hard. They look like good teammates for the most part. There's not a lot of showy stuff. They're just doing all the things that, as an old-time Fremont guy, you can rally around and say, this is, my team. And, it's too bad. It's great they're getting to play, don't get me wrong, but it's just too bad that this isn't a packed stadium, because Logs would tell you growing up, this place would just get electrically rocking for the big games. And
boy, if there were a lot of people here tonight, they would have gotten their money's worth at halftime.
Gracious, yes.
So Ross is going to go for it here. Here's the situation. 7 seconds remaining. Ball is at the 6 of St. John's.
I like the call, but you took your time out, so Caden's got to make something smart here. He's got to run it in or throw it to somebody.
Here we go. He rolls right, throws, has a man caught. Yes. Touchdown! And I believe that was Bryson Hammer on the score. And